a very, very small space, and I'm trying to make this teeny tiny space work because the kids are constantly going in and out. Of course, if you have kids, I'm sure yours do the same thing. But there are a couple of things that I've already done that I'm going to show you, and then talk about what I plan to do. So this is washing area, and I had this itty bitty rolling cart for laundry stuff, but it was just too small. So I'm going to use it for cleaning supplies, and I ended up getting this online, which is actually a little bit too tall, and I don't love how I have things organized, but that's just a makeshift right now until I finish everything. But I installed this. This was what I was installing in the first video that I posted, and it's just a very shallow shelf, so it's more decorative than anything. I can put teeny tiny baskets in it. I've used the word teeny tiny a lot. Moving on. So it's very shallow, but I had to make it shallow because the washing machine hose doesn't have enough space if I made it any lower. So in order to make this work, it just was no shelf or a shallow shelf. I wanted a shelf, so I put one there, and yeah, I like it. I like the decoration, but you can't see anything. It's really dark, so that's why I got the lights to go underneath each of the cabinet doors. So speaking of the cabinet doors, originally it's weird because here's the bottom of the cabinet, but they came down to here, like the cabinet door came down to here, and that didn't make any sense at all. So I cut all of that off, and then I trimmed out the doors. Notice I've got some holes to patch, don't look at that. But still, they're big cabinet doors, and I feel like they're not, I don't know, they're just big empty space. So for the time being, until I could find some trim, I put up some pictures. Those will come down, and I'm going to do some crisscross trim there and move those pictures elsewhere. So I know I said I was going to do the rest of the laundry room with only what I have. Turns out that's a little bit impossible when you don't have what you need. I even asked some friends for a certain piece of wood, and they didn't have it. But I was digging through my wallet for some unknown reason, and I came across a Lowe's gift card, which I'm pretty sure our realtor, Christy Golden, gave to us after we closed on this house. And it had $47 left on it, which was crazy because usually when I find a gift card that I forgot that I had, it has like $2 or sometimes 8 cents. I don't even know why I keep those gift cards, but I do. And that allowed me to get a few different things that I needed. Okay, so I'm trying to make my sample of paint last, and I decided on a whim to repaint all of the cabinets, like the whole setup of laundry cabinets, because they were painted in an oil-based paint, and when I did the trim, I painted those in an oil-based paint too. But then I hate with a passion oil-based paint. I used it because it's what I had on hand, and anyway, I was thinking I would just try to get paint to match that when I did the rest of the trim on the cabinets, and then I decided let's just paint all of it. To make my paint last, I took my sample paint and I used about 1/4 of it, and then I filled it up with Floetrol. And Floetrol is just a paint additive. It helps to reduce streaks or like paint marks with your paintbrush or roller. I don't really need it for that purpose. I'm just using it to increase the amount of paint that I have. And it works really well. It makes the paint really smooth, but it is, in fact, I'm probably gonna have to add 3 or 4 coats of paint on my unfinished trim pieces. But if the paint lasts, then it's all good.